Hello and welcome to Brandex Reviews. I'm here to talk about the next Rambo film. That'll be the 5th film in the series, but don't worry, I'm not going to do the whole video dressed like this. Oh, that's better. That's definitely an improvement. Now anyway, a friend of mine, Paul, went to see the Sylvester Stallone, I think it was just called An Evening with Sylvester Stallone in Manchester, where he just got on stage and just talked about his life story and stuff like that. And he got onto the subject of the next Rambo film. In fact, just play the clip.
I think there's an interesting story of a man like that, a warrior. They come home, and it's happened many times, they just can't settle in. It's just, you can keep making excuses. Well, you know, the war made me do it. Some guys are just warriors, and they can't settle in. And what happens, Rambo takes a little ride down to Mexico, looking for a girl. And it's not taken, but it's just, we'll call it shaken. It'll be called no. Anyway, it's a really interesting story. I don't know if anyone ever saw a film called No Country for Old Men. Really, an interesting Javier Bardem and all that. It's got to have that kind of a feel. It's going to be a serious film that deals with a serious subject, and then, of course, at the very end, it gets seriously violent.
Yes. So yeah, basically, the way he's describing it, it sounds like it's going to be kind of like similar premise to Taken, like he said, but he's calling it Shaken. So I'm assuming like Taken, but with lots of action. I mean, that's kind of what I got out of what he meant by that. It wasn't too difficult to decode that, really. But problem with that is, it could be difficult because they're trying to cross the kind of thriller thing with a genre which is pretty much stereotyped as being kind of dumb action. And I think that was one thing that made Taken a really good film. It had action in it, but it wasn't a dumb action film. And all the Rambo films, as much as I love them, they are dumb action films. So to kind of put the two together could be bad. It depends how it's done. It could be really good, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I've just got a bad feeling about it. Now, I do know Jean-Claude Van Damme did what I would count as a poor man's version of Taken as well. It was called Six Bullets. I think it came out in 2012. And it was clearly a rip-off of Taken. I mean, as far as Van Damme films, especially modern Van Damme films go, straight to video, it wasn't that bad. It was actually quite good, but it was no Taken, basically, and that was what it was trying to be, but it was being a dumb action film at the same time, so it didn't really work. Now, Stallone, on the other hand, I think most people prefer Stallone. A lot of his films have been more successful. They get cinematic releases, which is usually a good sign. Now, a lot of his films lately, most, if not, in my opinion, all, have been quite good. I know one in particular, Bullet to the Head, was, a lot of people kind of slated that film, but I actually thought it was quite good. But he's done, you know, he did Rocky Balboa, Rocky 6. That was successful, so on the back of that he managed to do another Rambo film, which was just called John Rambo, which was the 4th film in the series. Success of that, then he did Expendables 1, 2, there was Bullet to the Head, one called Grudge Match as well, which I don't think got a theatrical release in the UK. I could be wrong about that. I wanted to go see it, but I just never saw it get released at cinema, so I had to wait for when it came out on video. But all these films have been good, that's the point I'm making. So he's got a good track record so far. So if he can somehow make Rambo 5 work, and if he could do it with a kind of Taken vibe to it, that is compatible with the dumb action genre that is the Rambo films, I think it could be quite good. I'm just hoping that. I've just got a bad feeling though, kind of like I did with Die Hard 5, which was again 5th in a series of films, and the Die Hard films were all very good. Bruce Willis's films, he kind of sleepwalks through a lot of them, so kind of different comparison, but maybe I'm just kind of doing it because it's the 5th in a series, I don't know. But yeah, Die Hard 5 was really terrible. It wasn't just acceptable compared to the others, it was bad, it was awful. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Bruce Willis wasn't really all that happy with it himself, so, you know. But anyway, that's Die Hard, so I'm just hoping that this new Rambo film isn't that, so we will see anyway. Now he's kind of also comparing it in the video to No Country for Old Men. I don't know if he means the actual film is going to be like that as such. I think he just means the theme of going up against a Mexican drug cartel kind of thing. I think that's pretty much what he means by that. So, and it sounds like from what he said, he has to go looking for a girl. So again, I think that's more with the whole Taken thing. There's a girl's been kidnapped or whatever by a Mexican drug cartel. He goes down there and all hell breaks loose. So, it sounds fairly simple. I don't know if there'll be more to it than that. Whether it's like a family member or something, who knows. I don't really know too much more about it. I mean, I've kind of looked on the internet. There's always rumours and stuff. You can't really go off that. I'm just kind of going off what Stallone said at this event on it was Friday the 1st of August. That was the last Friday gone. So I think I'll leave it there. I've pretty much ranted enough. If you're interested in Rambo, you might want to check out the Brandex Reviews video that I did myself back in October, I think it was, of 2013. It was one of the first videos that I did. Still quite happy with it. So it kind of covered the DVDs, the Blu-rays, the director's cut of the 4th film, and some of the history and collectibles of the Rambo franchise, some of which I've got on display here as well. So I think that's about it anyway. I will leave it there. So if you want to check back brandexreviews.com, we will be following the progress of Rambo 5 as it goes on. I don't know exactly when the film's going to get released. I don't know if that's been announced as yet, but like I said, check back at the website brandexreviews.com, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.
Inspiring words. You know, a long time ago, I wrote something, and I'm not even sure what I was getting at, and it may sound really pretentious, but it's like, if for one mortal moment, a mortal person hasn't taken a slice of immortality, at least try to get a piece of the pie, one has not lived, just merely existed. So I'm saying to you, I want you to go out there and grab life, grab your dreams by the throat, and I swear, don't let go until you got them. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you.
And we'll never let go of our memories of this night with Sylvester Stallone, everybody!